2nd and 7.
Squeeze, get in there. Look hard. Switch it, come on, switch it. Ready. Bang. Check it out.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
9, 4, 8, 3, 2, 18, chopper.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We own them. Go. Watch the twist. Check it back.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Raiders.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Here we go.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready? Check, 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 check. You go turn. You got turn. 61. That's Fox.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time, and now a fumble. The ball's out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
On the ready. 59 mark. Check, check, 59. It's a party now. It's a party.
Second and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. My touch.
On second down now. Swift. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. White now to return.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check, check. Fresno. King.
Following the interception, Mayfield. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, on 133.
49 is the mic.
Hey, echo.
Go, go, go.
I got it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets them to 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check, 59.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Check, check 43. Check 50, check 50. Switch, switch, switch. Go on. Set, go.
They'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in the 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
1st down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for...
And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Real.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to let it go deep for the ends, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Big stop. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
We can't be stopped.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
180.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hurry! Hey, alert!
Check.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
King!
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
180!
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Pistol.
Everyone got 4 down. Switch. Slam.
Point it right. Run.
Check 99.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Ready. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. What's twin general? Flash. Ready.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert!
Check nickel. Tighten up.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now White. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way. Great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
He's coming. Double up. Exit.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check 31. King. Pistol. Check that.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180. 29. Wild Bill. Pistol. Smooth. 29 is the mic. Point it right. You better bring. Run. You better. Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
You ain't going nowhere.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's go, defense. Alert.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
180.
Here we go. He's great.
Hey, 133.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and 1.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check. Will.
Check 13. Check.
Watch the safety. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check right. SOS.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go right back to White here on first down. Oh, he faked it with a jump. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards on the ground.
First down, Raiders.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's our time. Show it. Watch twist. Watch twist. Ready.
On the draw, it's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 59 Charlie. Check.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Red to 8. Reed. 59. Here we go.
2nd and 14. Flush to his right. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mack Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Alert.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Mike 29. It's a party now.
Kings.
Here's Mayfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Run. Hey, Charlie.
29
Kings.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Pistol. Point it right.
37, check 37.
I got it.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
They should have known, baby.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Check the backer. Ready.
Now a carry for White. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check 50. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
First down, here's White. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Shoot. Check 4. Go. Check safety.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, a run from White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead becomes 4 now, 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sacked.